Hi guys, thank you for watching The Royal We. My name is Kevin. In this video, I want to share with you the 5 things that you must know to survive narcissistic abuse. Now guys, these are things that I wish I would have known years ago. It would have saved me countless hours of pain and frustration trying to understand and trying to heal from narcissistic abuse. So let's go ahead and get into these 5 things right now, beginning with number 1. The first thing that you must know to survive narcissistic abuse is that any energy that you put into the relationship is a complete waste of time. It's a waste of your energy and it's a waste of your breath. Now, abusive narcissists don't care if you love them and you are happy in their presence, or if you are miserable in their presence and you're arguing with them. As long as you are there engaging and feeding them, this is the whole narcissistic supply thing. This is that fuel that you hear about. Now, you and I have a hard time understanding this and the dynamic of it and how it works. So I want to give you a demonstration using a simple balloon. All right. Now this balloon is lifeless until I blow my energy and my life and my breath into this balloon to make it something. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. All right, guys. So I'm going to give this balloon a name. I'm going to call this balloon Ego. I think it's a fitting name for the purpose of this video. Now, what I don't realize about Ego here is that Ego has a hole in it. Now, I don't know where the hole is, and I don't know how to patch it up, but Ego keeps on deflating. Every time I blow into Ego, it just goes back down. But that's okay, because I have a lot of energy, I have a lot of heart, I got a lot of breath in me, I can keep blowing Ego right back up. So guys, this can go on for a long time, because I don't realize that there's a hole in Ego. And I don't know how to patch it up. I can just keep putting my energy into it. And after a while, I could even do it with frustration and out of anger. But it just keeps deflating. Guys, this is exactly what you're dealing with an abusive narcissist. You're dealing with a situation and you're in a relationship where you're constantly blowing your life and your energy into it over and over and over again, and it's just deflating. Guys, there's a new definition for insanity, and it's doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. Now, because you're dealing with an ego and you don't know where the hole is, anything you put into it, either with joy or with anger, is just going to leak right back out. And this is why you stay stuck and engaged. All right? Moving on to number 2, guys. Your love can and will fail in a relationship with an abusive narcissist. Now, I know a lot of you might disagree, but hang on a second. I'm talking to a lot of you Christians out there, right? A lot of you Christians who have gotten your idea and concept of love from the most popular verse in the Bible that talks about love, which is 1 Corinthians, right? Love hopes all things, endures all things, love never fails. Guys, we've been given a false narrative and have twisted that into meaning something that it doesn't. How many of you realize that that's actually a love letter written back to God? Those are God's attributes that are being talked about. And it's something that we should strive to live according to. But nowhere in the Bible does it say that love is to be used as some kind of a bargaining chip or a bargaining tool. Love is not something that's trade-worthy. Guys, you don't trade in your love in exchange for something. That's ridiculous, guys. You might as well believe that you can pay your bills and your mortgage with hopes and wishes, right? Doesn't work. And love does not conquer all things. Guys, if love conquered all things, then the armies of the world would meet on the battlefield and exchange hugs and kisses and heart-shaped letters until somebody won. But guys, that's not what wins wars, unfortunately. That's not what won America its freedom. And you and I know this deep down. Love does not conquer all things, okay? So it's important to understand that. And in line with that, guys, hoping for another person to change will not work. That's not what hope is for. That's a misuse of hope. It's the same thing with prayer. If you're praying for the abusive situation to change, but praying outward that the narcissist will change, your prayer is going to fail you. Now, I'm going to make a whole other video on why your prayers are failing in an abusive situation. But if you're praying outwardly that a narcissist will change, it's going to fail. That's not how prayer works, because narcissists aren't in agreement with you. They don't agree that they need to change. That's the main reason it's going to fail you. But like I said, I'm going to make another video on that, all right? But now let me go on to number 3, the third thing that you must know to survive narcissistic abuse. Abusive narcissists are not hurting people. Stop looking at the abusive narcissist as somebody who's hurting. This goes in line with the second one, number 2. This is piggybacking off of number 2. You believe the narcissist is hurting, therefore all they need is love, right? Just give them more love, give to them more, and they'll change. No. The abusive narcissists are not hurting. Maybe you've heard the term hurt people, and that's why you believe it. Guys, that's incorrect. It's false. Hurt people do not hurt people. Bullies hurt people. Guys, I've been hurting as a result of narcissistic abuse. You have been hurting as a result of narcissistic abuse. Now, are you going out and hurting others? No, it's the last thing a hurt person wants to do is hurt somebody else, right? You want to heal, so you're researching, you're watching this video, you're reading, you're doing what hurt people do. You're seeking validation, you're seeking for some way to understand. That's what hurt people do. What you're dealing with narcissists, you're dealing with bullies. They're past the stage of hurting. They were hurting maybe once, long time ago, but now they're in a phase of their life where they are living out of their coping. They're coping with this life the best way that they can. And if that means they have to become abusive and defensive and fight and argue and force and shove and push their way through this life, that's how they're living. Not because they're feeling any hurt, but because this is how they are coping with this world. They're coping the best way that they know how. So if you stop looking at them as hurting, then you'll stop pouring your love into them, because they're not hurting, guys. Hurt people don't hurt people. Remember that. All right, guys. Number 4, the fourth thing that you must know to survive narcissistic abuse. Number 4, guys, is that you are not alone. That's right. Understand, guys, that you are in a world of people who are trying to understand how to navigate this abuse, that the same as you are. You're definitely not alone, but you cannot go back to the people who have hurt you to try to get answers. You cannot try to talk to the abusive narcissist to fix you. But you can come to people like me. There's other people in the community. There's people on YouTube talking about this. There's resources. I have a course down below. Guys, there are all kinds of avenues for you to receive healing, because you're not alone, right? As a matter of fact, in the course that I've made that's down below, I dedicate the whole first part of the course into understanding the statistics of abuse. 1 out of every 2 people right at this very moment are experiencing some form of psychological aggression. That's the reality of the world we live in. 1 out of every 4 people right now is probably experiencing some form of physical aggression. 1 out of every 4. Guys, it's statistically shown, and it's in the course below. If you want to find out more about that, click on the link below. It'll take you to the Royal We course. But you are not alone. Understand that. You're not alone. All right? And number 5, the 5th thing. When you make the decision to go no contact and to end the relationship, guys, understand that no contact is a self-discipline. It's for you. It's not for the narcissist. I hear time and time again that the narcissists aren't following your rules for no contact. They keep showing up. They keep calling you. They keep texting you. Of course they do, because they don't live according to your rules. You should know that by now. So no contact are self-imposed rules. You're making rules around yourself, and you're living according to them. So you choose never to associate, not to engage, not to talk with them, not to answer the pointless texts, not to get involved in pointless heated discussions. No contact is a self-discipline, probably the best form of self-discipline you could put around yourself, guys. If you can conquer this no contact thing, then you'll be going places, I promise you. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll be back with more right here on the Royal We. Guys, be sure to hit the like and the subscribe. Look down underneath this video for links to all kinds of good stuff, and I'll be back with more videos right here on the Royal We. Bye, guys.